What is going on, people? Welcome back to another video on AJ5, and in today's video guys we do have an update on Jasmy, which is slowly starting to pick up. We are looking at the daily chart, and over the last 3 days it has been constantly hitting green candles. But before I do that, the most exciting part is Bitcoin, guys. It's currently at $117,000. It did hit 118k earlier today, this morning. However, has taken a slight dip, but it is up 6%. And is this the beginning of the bull run, guys? Can we see Bitcoin heading up to $140,000 in Q3? And how is that going to impact the rest of the market? So today's focus is essentially on Jasmy. Before I go any further, this is no financial advice. Any gains or losses you guys make, I will not be responsible for. So looking at the RSI, major increases here. We do have the RSI at 47 and the purple is at 63.5, which is more realistic than the yellow one. So essentially, yes, it is picking up in value. However, it is not overvalued yet as such. It is likely to gain a little bit more value before it slowly starts to stabilize around just below 2 cents is where I'm predicting Jasmy to head up to over the weekend and going into next week. So around mid-July we should see Jasmy heading closer up to the 2 cents value. Yes, it is a little bit of an increase from where it is at the moment, especially that it did hit around the 1 cent target earlier, well, in June, and then slowly starting to gain value right now. And as I mentioned earlier on, it is likely to keep hitting. Well, of course, do expect red candles in between, but the overall outcome at the moment does seem to be more on the positive side. So we should essentially be seeing it heading to around just over 2 cents going into end of Q3 and beginning of Q4. And by that time, we should also see Bitcoin heading closer up to $135,000, $140,000. So if we get rid of the RSI here and bring out the MACD indicator at the bottom, we can see that let's zoom in into the hourly chart first. So zooming into the hourly chart, we can see that the blue line is looking slightly bearish and trading towards the negative direction. So minimal price corrections are of course predicted, especially when the crypto market is bullish. It is likely to hit red candles in between, go for a minimal price correction. It is likely to drop down to about 0.0145 cents in value, potentially even down to 0.014 cents later on the day today before it slowly starts to gain value going towards the weekend, so tomorrow and the day after, and going into next week heading closer to 0.017, 0.018 cents in value. Zooming out to the 4-hour chart, we are looking very bullish, very positive. We've got both the blue and the orange line looking quite bullish, trading over the baseline and the signal line. So at the moment it is looking quite good for Jasmy going over the next week or two. So towards the end of July we should see increases in value, and the fact that we can see it has been clearly heading upwards over the last couple of hours and days as well is looking quite bullish. And the reason, or the main reason for that, is of course because Bitcoin has also been pumping in value. Zooming out to the daily chart now, again we are looking quite bullish. So essentially heading into August, September, we should see Jasmy heading up in value at a much higher value than the 2 cents value, potentially getting closer to 3 cents is where I would expect Jasmy to be heading towards the end of August going into September. But if you guys do want regular updates on Jasmy, let me know in the comment section down below. But so far so good for this crypto and essentially crypto market in general. Looking at the Bollinger Band here, at the moment Jasmy is trading well over the top higher band, which is the red line here, which means a minimal price correction is predicted, as I mentioned earlier on in the video. So at the moment it is likely to take a little bit of a dip before going back up in value over the weekend and going into next week. But yeah, so far so good for Jasmy, guys. Looking very bullish. Heading into the CoinMarketCap website, the trading volume is up 64%, currently at $88 million, and we can see that over the last week itself it has gained a huge 22%. Majority of it did start from literally 2 days ago when Bitcoin started pumping, and right now it is at its highest point it has been, well, just about over the last month. And looking at last month's chart, it has been very volatile and essentially just like a curve up and down. But yeah, a lot of people are currently trading the crypto from both buyers and sellers point of view. From my point of view, I did invest into Jasmy. I'm still holding on to it and I won't be investing into it at the moment unless it goes through a major drop. I wouldn't be investing into it at the moment. I'm just holding on to what I've got. I'd rather put my money into a different crypto. But those of you guys who are looking into Jasmy, I would recommend using DCA, dollar cost averaging. meaning putting about 10, 20, whatever your budget is, every day or every week or every month, splitting it across rather than chucking in $1,000 straight away. I would split it across a few weeks, few months, or however, whatever works best for you. But yeah, at the moment, that is my prediction for Jasmy. There will be more updates on it on a regular basis to see if there are any major movements, any major changes, especially that Bitcoin right now is going absolutely crazy. There is a very highly likely that there will be a minimal price correction going through for Bitcoin, especially the amount of value it has gained. Price corrections are always part of the process. But yeah, that is my take on Jasmy, guys. Let me know your end of year prediction for Jasmy, and on that note, I'm going to end the video here. Before you click off, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video to enter the cryptocurrency giveaway, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Until then, take care and peace.